Hey,
What
what's
is
going
up,
on?
Chris?
What's going on, everybody? It's that time again.
I
Even
labeled
already in the
I
chat.
I labeled my soundboard. Now
Oh,
I
we're
know what
good.
I'm
We're
hitting.
golden now. We're golden.
Now I'm not going to be guessing.
But all right, before we get started, you know what time it is. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Trinity Trifecta Progress and the PFA is proud to present to you the best damn pro advancement sports show in the world. It's Brian Mitchell, the Puzzle Master. It's me, Chris Cousins, the Director of Podcasting, and this is the Rundown.
Thank you, Chris, for that lovely introduction. What is going on, Rundown Nation? You are watching a special Wednesday surgery edition of the Rundown, episode 57. We are live tonight because I go tomorrow morning to have ligaments repaired in my broken ankle that I broke back in January after they already put the plates and screws in. But
and the surgery edition is a nice touch. I like.
Yeah. Hopefully, we don't have many more of these because I'm not really looking forward to going back under the knife. But at least I'm prepared now. But as Chris said, I am Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development, and as always, with me, Chris Cousins, Director of Podcasting. Chris, we say this time and time again. We tell the teams, season will be here soon. Make sure you're ready to go. And look what time it is. We kick off another season of the PFA this weekend. Chris, how you feeling about that, man?
I'm more excited now. I don't know if it's showing, but I'm more excited now than I was when we started the preseason because now this is real.
Right.
Okay? Not saying that the games that have been played weren't real. They happened. They're not imaginary. We know this. But these games are what's going to, have the cream rise to the top, or what's left
the corn
up
float
not
to the
cream
bottom.
float to the bottom. And the regular season in the PFA will do that to you. We've seen some of the best teams across the Midwest come and join our league who thought that they were at the top skill level and ended up at the bottom when everything was said and done. So this is the time. This is the time. It's real now. It's real now. No more shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Hey, if the game is played, I don't care if your man's is not there. I don't care if you showed up at halftime. If you take that L, hold it, sleep with it, rock it to sleep.
Cameron Cross says surge by 20 plus all season.
All right, Cameron. Now, Cameron, I don't know if you're a new rundowner, but wait, first of all, I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for jumping in the chat. But listen, stand on that 10. Stand on that 10, because I'm the kind of brother who will bring it up.
Yep,
3 games
mark the tape. It's right there on
3
the screen.
3 games from now, I'm gonna bring it up, Cam. Stand on that 10 now. Don't get out
What's
there.
What's up, Javon Phillips? New dad to twins. Is Javon had the twins?
Congratulations
right? Congratulations, man.
To him.
Four kids in less the time than it takes most people to get 4 kids. That's awesome. They're healthy.
Also, he just became a coach for Fremont Middle School. So congratulations on your new coaching career. It's always good when our players who play for our league are able to actually go back in the community and give back to the kids and teach them the game that they love. So congratulations on that. Mike Cash already starting trouble.
Already stirring the pot in the chat, but we love it. We always like the people in the chat talking, get a little smack going. We're not big on arguing amongst ourselves, but we like a little competition. And we're marking the tape again. Cash says FCP winning 2A, and they're going to pop the surge. Stamp that. We'll see if they can become brides and not bridesmaids.
It's not working, Cash. Cash said the stars is not working on the page. We're going to check on that because we definitely do appreciate stars. You know what I'm saying, on the page. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that either. I don't really.
We definitely, for sure, Mike, believe it. With the gas prices the way they are, everything counts, my brother. So it might be a button that ain't pushed, but
Rapids versus everyone. Sterling, Rapids are not in the PFA, but hey, we welcome everybody in chat.
We welcome you. We welcome you.
We like the Rapids. You guys
shout
are
out to my
doing
man,
good things over there.
Nate Dixon, QB1. That was my QB4 man. Shout out to my boys that had a good Fart Hall game against the Broncos. One came out 15-8. Shout out to my man QB1. You feel what I'm saying?
We really need to figure out the star stuff because everybody's trying to send us stars and they can't.
We're going to have to figure it out.
We'll have to figure it out. I don't know if you can only do it on live. There's got to be a way to do it.
Yeah, we had it working before, so we'll get it back working again. You know, God rest in peace, my man Smooth. Showed me how to hook it up, and I will always make sure that thing is popping. So,
also on that somber note, we want to send our condolences out to the Bandits, Capital City Bandits family. One of their coaches' sisters passed away last night, so prayers up to everybody in the Bandits family and the coaches. And in this time of mourning, our thoughts are with you guys, and it's never good to lose a family member. And here at the PFA, we're all like a big family. Even though Mike Cash gets on our nerves, we still consider him family. And no, just kidding. Anyways, Chris, who do we have? What do we have on the show tonight?
Well, tonight we're gonna go back just a week ago. We're gonna look at last week's preseason games. You know, just a little game between the Rams and the Cowboys that needs to be talked about a little bit. Nothing too big. And we're gonna go over our last final preseason power rankings just to get everybody's pants in a bunch again.
We love doing that. Yeah.
And then we're going to jump right into this week's week 1 matchups. We may, depending on how the chat is feeling, we may give a prediction of who we think might win the championships this year. I know we usually wait till after week 1 before we give our main predictions of that. But, depending on how we're feeling, if we get the chat going, we might go ahead and do that tonight. And then we're going to have Lynn Townsend, the general manager of the I want to make sure I'm saying this right. The Cleveland Broncos.
Yep.
Yes, I think I'm saying it right because it's not Ohio Broncos anymore.
No,
Cleveland Broncos will be joining us to talk about their game matchup against the juggernaut of always, the Detroit Ravens. They're going to be coming to town and having that game played. So we just want to pick his brain. I played with Lynn for quite some years with Ohio Golden Knights. Good friend of mine, always, great to talk football with. He's actually a player and a GM right now. He's playing for the Ohio Legends as a running back and a slot receiver. But when he takes the cape off, he is the general manager now for Jimmy Melton's Broncos team. So we got a lot in store tonight. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, sharing this feed to all your friends, family, and loved ones. Jump in the chat, like my man Smooth always said, represent yourself, represent your team. Tell us who you are, where you're playing, and who you're playing for. We'll definitely give you a shout out when we're talking into the chat. Aaron, nobody's gangbanging. Stop gangbanging.
Hey, Aaron, this is a somewhat kid-friendly show. Be nice.
Hey, I'm gonna do it. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Shaq Hennessy's office now.
But with that being said, man, sit back, hold tight. Brian, we got to pay some bills. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
It never wants to work. There we go. And welcome back to episode 57 of The Rundown, as always, presented by the PFA and powered by Trinity Trifecta. Chris, we had some great matchups in the preseason this past week. And, of course, let's jump right into it and talk about it.
So mad I missed this game.
Hang on, we're going to go back. I thought it was it. We kick it off with the Bills versus the Warriors. Chris, this game, I picked the Bills to win, but I was hoping that they would score more points. They came out to win. That's all that matters in the end. But I think they should have scored at least 20 points on this team. But that's just me. I don't know much about football. So
I'm trying to still stay the course. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, Mikey's been doing a beautiful job in the offseason. I still stand 10 toes down on that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still waiting for it to click. And offensively, it's not moving in the way I thought it was going to move.
Yeah.
Especially against the Warriors. No shade towards them whatsoever. I watched the game, a lot of poor tackling, definitely could have been taken advantage of in a lot of different situations, a lot of, as we would say, a lot of money left on the field when it comes to the Bills offense and what they did in this game. So with that being said, I need them to start getting that chemistry offensively together, because Motor City Rams are going to put up some points.
Yeah, for sure.
Ravens are going to put up some points. They lost to FCP, who put up some points. So that right there, to me, is their only problem that I'm seeing. Now, in a bright spot, in a futuristic bright spot, let's welcome a new star talent to the league. I'm pulling up his stats right now. That's why I'm sitting over here on my phone. Want to make sure I get him right, because he definitely deserves some praise, Mr. Norfleet.
Yeah, former Michigan University standout.
He played his kahunas off in this game. Let me pull up the stats that he had.
Mike Cash said, somebody looking like Max Clare out there. I don't know who that is, but
I'm trying to bring him. Hold on, give me a second. But anyways, I can't find him. But anyways, needless to say, the boy played everything but punter in this game. They went for running back. He played quarterback in second half, ended up throwing 2 touchdowns. That's what gave him the 14 points. Had a kickoff return, I think was for like 95 yards to set up one of the scores.
I had the stats. Mikey sent me the stats. I just haven't.
He was Mr. Everything to them. Now, is that going to progress? Hopefully, the development of that will progress. I see Mikey had made a flyer with, and I'm reading what he wrote, so don't quote. This is not me saying, this is what he's saying, but it seems like this is going to be the trend basically going forward. Dennis Norfleet and the Michigan Bills. It's almost like saying Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5.
Right.
Like, is he going to be your guy now? You know what I'm saying? To get this offense, is that what we're believing? You know what I'm saying? Moving forward into this first season. Again, great win to get that 0 off the board. Didn't need to go 0-2. Beat, like I said, should have beat them a little bit more, in my opinion, handedly. Could have put up at least 28 on them. Again, poor tackling, a lot of money was left on the field in this game. But in all, you got to win.
Yep, that's all that matters. You got some momentum going into the regular season. See how that carries into week 1.
Yeah, Mike Cash said 240 all-purpose yards, and 40 of them was just bad. So it wasn't like he was throwing a lot, but the all-purpose yards itself, just for one person, 240 yards at this level, that's amazing.
What's up, Coach Hoyt? How you been, sir? Great. Haven't heard from you in a while. Thank you for watching, tuning in. Hope you're doing well.
Cass said, I'm David Ruffin, and these are the pimps. Exactly what I'm thinking about, Cass. That is exactly what I'm saying. Everybody come see you, Otis. That's exactly what I'm saying.
This next game, Chris, I declared that I was riding with Lima all season, and I'm going to stay true to that. Win or lose, I'm riding with them. I'm picking them every week just because they didn't disappoint me too bad this week. It was still preseason, 14-2 over the Canes. Again, would have liked them to see score more points. This is kind of like the Michigan Bills versus the Warrior game. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, maybe.
It's kind of like that, but I'm gonna take it a bit further. You can't play Glass City Tigers the way you did in that first game, and then come out and play.
And only scored 14 points on the Canes.
You can't do that. Yeah. That shows me that there's still some inconsistencies that need to be fixed. You're still showing some signs of last year. I thought we fixed those problems.
And it was 12-2, not 14. Javon corrected me. Sorry, Javon. I was probably half asleep when I made this flyer.
I'm just,
to be honest,
that's not good. You know what I'm saying? You went toe to toe with a 3A runner-up champion, with a 3A runner-up, but then you play the Canes and you play down to them and turn a game that should have been your coming out party into a slugfest. Like the guarantee they had, granted they had 7 sacks. That's great. You had 7 sacks from defensive end. You kept them. They only scored a safety. Cool. Where's the offense? Where's our offensive player of the year? Where's the QB? Okay, we got your name wrong last time, but Mr. Yates, what are we doing?
We didn't. Okay. I don't think he even. I didn't even hear his name during that game.
What are we doing? Because I expected to see this offense at least put up 20-something points. You just put up 30 against the Tigers.
Yeah. And
we're talking about the Canes. Come on, man. I played against the Canes. Ronald, respect to Ronald. He's kept his organization alive as long as he's had. But I've played against them. They've always been a team. If you punch them in the mouth early, they end up, scrapping against each other. You can blow out wins, multiple. I've had multiple blowout wins against this team. I've seen other teams have multiple blowout wins against this team. They are not a team to be scared of, just quite honestly, just being frank about it. So for you to go into this game and play down to them showed more to me about you than it did about them. So Lima, this is my kick in the ass. Okay, you're not gonna be able to come in here in this 2A division this year and do this.
Mm-mm.
You're not. So
Jonathan Block said Canes defense had, I believe, 3 forced fumbles offensively. We couldn't get rolling. I mean, I would agree on both sides of both teams. They just couldn't get it rolling, and when I first heard the score, it was 2-0. I'm like, what the hell? But anyways,
forced fumbles. We're losing the ball on offense. We're losing momentum. We're making bad. I watched some of it. We're making bad throws in the coverage.
Yeah, I saw one that went right.
Who are you throwing it to? You know what I'm saying? What is our play calling identity? Are we a run first? Are we a run option? Are we RPO? Like, what are we doing up front? That was who's blocking who?
Last year.
Who's blocking who? Because there was a lot of times I was seeing Canes players go in like the wind. We gotta you can't play one way because you're looking at a team and how high they are. You play up to that level. And then when y'all beat the Canes last year and you beat them handily, as you should have last year.
Right.
You let that get to you, and you came into this game with that mindset, oh, it's just the Canes. Yeah, but you still got to play the game. And you almost, 14-2, yeah, you won, but you almost lost. Get it together, Lima.
And they face another Tri-Point League team this week that they played last year, and they
right. And from what I heard from Coach Christian, who used to coach the Portsmouth Lions, I went to one of the games when they played FCP. Their quarterback that they had was a monster. He's huge. And word is on the street, some of their players went to the Longhorns. And if he's one of them, you got a day on your hands come this weekend, lineman. That boy's good. He's a biggin. Brian, I'm not lying to you. All bit of a bowling ball, but can run the ball
like
and can throw it hella yards. It took FCP the last play of the game last year to beat them. I was there.
Wow.
So if they got players from Portsmouth Lions on their roster, this is not going to be the same Longhorns that everybody's been tracing over these last couple of years. So business trip. Lock in.
This next game, Chris, we know it was the Battle of I-75 for some hardware, and I talked to Coach Lawler from the Fury before the game, and he said that the Stampede leads the series 2-1, and unfortunately, this game didn't go the way that Fury wanted, and now it's 3-1. Fury started their preseason 0-2. Is that a premonition of how the season's going to go for them? They play who they play this week? I had it up, but
it better not be.
I think Lynn's in the waiting room too.
Okay, yeah, it better not be, because one thing that
they play Glass City this week.
One thing that we preach about each other here in the PFA, and Brian, you know this, we don't mind losing against each other.
But we can't lose to outsiders.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We can't. There's enough big enough bullseye on the PFA's back to be losing to outside teams. Everybody wants to be the PFA team. I don't care if you're beating Lima. Okay? Everybody wants to say they beat a PFA team. That's how high up we are on this food chain. So Flint, you're coming into this. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Flint. Okay?
It doesn't get any easier when you play Glass City, who put up almost 50 points in their preseason game, and their quarterback is it Chauncey Loman, right? Is that their quarterback, the Tigers?
Hey Mikey, I'm not painting narratives. I'm just saying what you had said on the flyer. That's what it made me feel like. I know you got your one band, one sound over there, drumline, but I'm just saying, like, how you had put it out there, that's what it had looked like it was just in it. I'm just being funny. Just, you okay? And the Roku, yeah, we'll talk about that later on too. That's some hot stuff I was going to talk about later on. But at the end of the day, Brian, back to this Flint Fury season starts 0-2. Season starts now. Let's go. Season starts now.
Yep. And of course, Chris, the next game that everybody wants to talk about is this mega giant matchup that we had between the PFA and the MWF. The Illinois Cowboys came down to Detroit and took on the Motor City Rams. And this is everything that a game I was thinking it was going to be. Low scoring, tough. It was 6-6 until I don't know when it went to 13-6, but it was definitely tied up into the third quarter, at least, is when I
it was tied up. It was tied up. It was tied up into the third quarter. It just came down to when you playing in games like this, and I played in games like this. Every possession counts. Every play counts. Even when you mess up on a play, it might cost you what you messed up in the first quarter might cost you in the fourth. So this game went back and forth. Great coaching by both sides. I know this was Newsom's first head coaching win as a head coach. Congratulations to him. Shout out to Coach Kev from the Cowboys. Always a fantastic game plan. What I was mostly looking for, because I know the Cowboys always come with a big front, I was wondering who was going to really control the line of scrimmage in this game. And it went back and forth. And I know people will say, from the Cowboys, the refs this. If we were in Illinois and it went their way, Rams probably would have said the same thing. whenever you're playing in a game like this and you're in somebody's backyard, you never want to leave it up to the Zebras.
Yep.
You got to win defiant. You know what I'm saying? You got to win defiantly. You got to win big. You know, you can't be close. You can't have it coming down to, you know, well, if this went this way or this went that way. You got to put your foot down. And I just feel like there were plays that the Cowboys left out there, missed opportunities, I should say.
Right.
It wasn't that they weren't up for the moment. I think Motor City made some great defensive plays that stopped the momentum in this game when it seemed like the Illinois Cowboys had some type of new life. And ultimately, we kind of saw what this new Motor City BTA boys are going to be this year. Again, like they said, did a lot of talking. Always been a good internet talker. Not saying they haven't backed it up, but this year kind of going, you know, dark 30 a little bit, not saying too much, haven't heard too much from them, and just showing up, you know what I'm saying, when it was needed to, and being able to come out with the win. This says a lot for them. You beat Illinois Cowboys, Racing, and the Ravens, you know, in the last 3 years. It says a lot about your program, shows a lot about the character of the guys that you have on this team, and it shows a lot of what we're going to have a good run this season, going against Ravens-Rams again.
Hey, I forgot to tell you last week, Chris. We had one of the vendors jump in the live and was like, "You need uniforms," and I figured out how you can ban people now, so I can kick people out the chat and ban them. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Trigger Thing said they were great. Or I mean, this was I didn't expect this game to get like too pointy, because number one, Motor City Rams has a great defense. Always had a great defense. That's one of their pillars that they stand on, having a great defense. Illinois Cowboys actually underrated on defense. People think they have a way better offense, but they really have a sound defense over there for the Cowboys. So I knew this was going to be a low-scoring game. I knew it was basically going to be who was going to blink first, who was going to make the bigger play than the play made before, and who was going to be able to sustain the momentum all the way throughout the game. And it just ended up being the Rams' day. Now, if you play this in a 7-game series, hey, Rams not going to win them all. I'm definitely going to give edge to the Cowboys in some of those games. But, you know, this happened to be the Rams' day. And hey, kudos to them for starting their season off 1-0 against a solid team. And this is what we like to do in the PFA. We like to play big matchups in the beginning of the season when everybody's healthy, when you got your team, I got mine. We don't have to wait till Nationals. We can do this right now.
And that's going to recap the four games that we had last week for the preseason, the final week of the preseason. And now what everybody always waits for, and
it's our last preseason power ranking.
We apologize for nothing. So if your feathers get ruffled, it's Chris's fault. He tells me to order. He tells me to order, and I put him on the graphic. No. No, we like to shake things up here. So we like to create some talk in the chat. And starting off with number 10, Flint Fury, Chris. They dropped one spot. 0-2 in the preseason. It is what it is. This is just a preseason ranking. Remember, the season starts. It's all based on points in your record, no head-to-head.
This is more like a stock market thing. You know, this is the value of where we see you guys at right now. You know what I'm saying? Not really off of records, but right now, Fury, your stock is down. You came into the PFA, you're 0-2 right now. You haven't been able to catch your breath to get a PFA debut win. So, yeah, number 10.
Mikey's throwing shots at us, man. He's mad at us. No, I know he's not mad. I know he's just I want my jersey, so don't be too mad at us, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
You know, it's all love, guys. We like to give you guys shit, and
hey, I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all lucky that we didn't play in the same era. Some of y'all lucky. Some of y'all real lucky. I used to look for people like Mikey his size playing linebacker.
Aaron, we're the apes. The apes are in the graveyard of teams
The
that
apes are in the
folded.
jungle somewhere.
Yeah,
The apes,
they're in the graveyard with the warlocks, the cheetahs, the demon
hey, Brian,
deacons.
you.
Hey, at least the
the
cheetahs gave us
the
a
warlocks.
half a season.
Hold on, I'm missing some. The demon
Demon
walkers, demon deacons.
Yeah. The devil smoking a blunt. That was the logo. Remember?
they all have gone into a better place.
I don't have the trumpets playing, but I have this.
Yeah.
They're now in the heaven of folded franchises. Anyways, at number 9, Michigan Force coming in again. We haven't seen the Michigan Force play. They're looking good in practice. A lot of people showing up. Their flyers are magnificent.
Hey, you stop. Why did you? Hey, we haven't seen anything, but no shade. Michigan Force, you. This is your welcome to PFA, the rundown moment with Chris Cousins. Hey, listen, we got to get some better faces on that flyer. All right, it's some you got some mental disturbed people on the front of that flyer right now. I'm worried about being caught with some of them in a back alley at 12 o'clock at night. This work on the one in the middle was cool, but that one on the far right. I'm trying to tell you, he couple hamsters short of a wheel.
All right, at number 8, dropping one spot from last week is the Lima Warriors. The Force had Mr. Beast on the flyer.
Listen, I know I ain't the only one who's seen that flyer. I know I ain't the only one. I just know I'm not.
Can I show this? Dang it, I can't show the emoji that someone. Dang it. Rashad Jamal Powell has an emoji on his comment, and I can't show it on the screen.
I know, bro. I know.
West Side Cheetahs forever.
Hey,
Cash.
West Side Cheetahs forever.
He even remembered the name.
West Side Cheetahs. Yeah, hey, they was fast and gone.
Who else am I missing that? Man, I would say the O, but they never made it to the season. So.
To the table. I'm sorry, but hey, y'all, everybody can get it. Everybody.
What's up, Chris Dotson, the other white meat, joining us in the chat? Howdy from down yonder in Arkansas. What are you doing in Arkansas? I thought you were in Greece or Rome or Italy or somewhere nice.
He in Rome, Georgia.
Back to Arkansas?
He's in Rome, Georgia. He didn't go to Rome, Italy. He went to Rome, Georgia. He didn't go there.
And at number 7, staying where they were last week, is the Michigan Bills. Going followed by Cap City Bandits. Man, the Capital City Bandits just can't get a game. They got their first week. They were supposed to play the Apes, and
if they come out, I hope for them that this builds some more hunger. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you come out on your first game and you take an L, you've been ready to play for 3 weeks. So somebody got to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to catch this beat down. You know, somebody got to catch it.
Punch Goat, we just like to shake things up. Motor City had one preseason game. Ravens didn't have any. We kind of like doing that sometimes. So, I mean, we know the Ravens are the
first of all, y'all like 1A, 1B. Y'all gonna argue? You will argue if the Ravens was 1 and the Rams was 2, or the Rams is 1.
Even if I put them on the same line with like a slash in the middle that divides the two names, they would still argue amongst themselves. But it's okay. It's okay. Staying at number 5 in the 5 spot, Chris, was the Grand Rapids Surge. Again, they couldn't get a preseason game. I won't say that the games got canceled because people don't like to travel, but I will say that because I don't care. And let's call a spade a spade.
I mean, we're not also going to say that we're going to play on anything either. Okay, yeah. Because listen, one thing that most of these franchises don't have, but I know ours have. I'm gonna speak for us. We have insurance. Okay, our teams have insurance. Some of you teams ain't got insurance. and you want people to come out there and play on anything.
And look, you go play on a park that has divots, you're going to break your damn ankle like I did from walking in a yard that had divots. So,
and I come from the era of playing, and Aaron can vouch for me. I come from the era of playing when you played in some places like that had divots, that had you just put the lines on the field 5 minutes before everybody showed up. The grass ain't been cut in about 2 weeks. It's as high as your waistline.
Or it's been cut and they left all the clippings on the field. Yeah, you have to get all your team out there with rakes.
This ain't that no more. Okay, it's 2026. Get your life together. Okay, if you can't get a reputable field, a reputable team is not coming to play you. Because who wants to get their players hurt? Come on, man. It was unacceptable.
And I've seen comments from other media outlets saying that just because they played at a park and they didn't want to go, but we have standards. Why should our teams that have standards play down to another team that just didn't prepare and just basically with no lines, no scoreboard, no field goal post? How you playing a game?
Flag City plays at Bowling Green University.
Right.
On turf.
And
you want them to come play at a park?
Yeah.
So they offer their people who come and play away games turf, locker rooms, water, ice, stands. Most of all our teams offer that.
Yeah.
Concessions. And you want me to play in a park? Okay. Y'all keep waiting for that.
And then at number 4, Chris, staying at number 4 is the Glass City Tigers. No surprise there that they had a great couple of games in the preseason. And then at number 3, of course, Flag City Phantoms staying at number 3. And then we got the Detroit Ravens dropping down to number 2 and the Motor City Rams at number 1. But that is our final preseason rankings. After this, it goes to wins and losses and points, guys. So remember, score more. Because, if you all have the undefeated record and somebody scored 60 points and you only scored 20, you're still not going to be in first place.
Facts.
But with that said, it is time to pay some bills. We're going to come right back, and I think we're going to talk to Lynn, right? Because he's been waiting. So let's get him done and over, so he's not waiting for us to get him on the show. So we'll be right back after this. Time to pay some bills.
Soprano. Oh, you hate me? Hate you too, little boy, better not tell Bono. I'm him, I know. HBO Soprano. Oh, you hate me? Hate you too, little boy, better not tell Bono. You need a band, I need respect. Hate when I see what they do for a check. Lately I know when they fumble or crumble, admit that it's hard and I look at a wreck. I just neglect people that saying they be on my radar that really expect. Put down my
That was indeed a commercial, Toriano Belton. I know isn't he a twin?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of them, right? I always get their names mixed up. At one point, I thought they were the same person on the website, and I think I deleted one accidentally.
We both did.
Yeah, that is a commercial. Here at the Rundown, we are pretty sophisticated. We like to do commercials to give ourselves a little bit of time to breathe in between segments.
Also, give our sponsors of the show time to, sell their products.
Exactly. So if you own a business and you wanna advertise on the show, hit us up. We're pretty cheap.
Pretty
So,
cheap.
Pretty cheap.
Inboxes.
But coming up next, we got a guest. Chris, go ahead.
Well, this guest has been a longtime friend of mine, longtime teammate of mine, and just all around good guy. He comes as now the general manager of the Cleveland Broncos, but it once was and still is now currently playing in the arena football scene with the Ohio Legends. He's a multiple champion winner with the Ohio Golden Knights, the Pit Bulls, and the Gladiators. He's definitely knows how to win, and quite frankly, to me, he's probably the best teammate you probably can ever have. None other than my man, Lynn Townsend.
Hey, Lynn, how are you? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you taking some time out.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on,
you
brother?
Can't beat that intro that Chris gave you. So welcome to the rundown.
Yes,
I think this is your first time on the show, right?
It might be my second.
Yeah, I think it's second time. We had him on when the Pit Bulls were still.
I know Jimmy's been on a couple times, and Reggie was on.
He's always, because that's why I tell you he's a good teammate. He was a player rep. He's been a GM. He's worn multiple hats in the front office. Lynn is the guy you can definitely depend on when it comes to at this level. You say you got Lynn on your team, you're starting off pretty strong. Lynn's going to be at every practice. He's going to pick up guys. People are going to be able to catch rides. Solid teammate. We might have to do a teammate award after Lynn is all said and done.
I appreciate you, brother.
So getting to the game this week, man, you guys got a lot on your plate. I know I don't want to dwell too much on the past. You know what happened last week. We're on to bigger things now. And I want to talk about chemistry. It did seem like there was a little rough go with the merger with the Broncos and the Rams. How was that? How are you guys trying to build that chemistry better this week to try to produce that into wins moving forward into the season, especially up against, the Detroit Ravens? You coming out the gate strong.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows exactly what we're up against this week. But it all started with ownership and also the coaches that we brought in to, build a culture that both sides would respect. So they kind of just been harping on that a lot. The guys that stuck around on both sides are starting to gel. It's just, it takes time. It's tough to put two teams together like that.
So what are I know the goal is to win championship, but we're moving from 2A to 3A this year.
Yes.
So, we know the end, but what would be an okay season with the merger, with everything? What would be satisfactory with this outcome?
Personally, satisfactory is, over 500. Especially moving from 2A to 3A. People may not know how difficult that is. A lot of people believe that semi-pro is just semi-pro, but you and I know that there are levels to this.
Definitely levels of this. And that's why I said one of the levels that you guys are going up against this week, being the Detroit Legends, I'm going against the Detroit Ravens. You've played against them multiple times. I've played with you. We've played against them. Yep. What is it going to take in a perfect world? What is it going to take to come out with a win against a team like Detroit?
Yeah, you kind of have to check off all the boxes against a team like Detroit, who aren't going to make many mistakes, who have the athletes, who are very well coached, very well disciplined. So you got to basically play mistake-free. No turnovers, convert when you need to. Nothing super ambitious, you know what I'm saying? Simplify the game. Slow it down.
Now listen, against the Ravens, that's going to be hard, but I know my guys, you still have some of my young thugs over there up front some of my coached in middle school, telling my hey, Big Bryce and everything like that. Austin is wild to me now, being that I actually coached them now they're playing. What can you say about some of the new talent that you were able to bring into the org that's actually going to help you even past this game, in that 3A division in the PAFL.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely tried to turn the focus. We had a lot of veteran players, but we knew we needed to get younger, which also comes with inexperience. But if we could get those guys, watching film and being more prepared to compete at a high level, the youth definitely would help us.
Well, I'm not gonna hold you too long, man. I wish you all the best of luck this weekend. But also, man, how are you the GM and still playing arena football? How is that working out?
I mean, people
Wears
don't
many
know.
hats.
People don't know that I was kind of the GM also last season while playing with the Broncos. So, yeah, he kind of just removed me from behind the scenes and was like, "Yeah, you're still doing this," and I got another opportunity, which was okay by him. So, I'm just rocking and rolling, busy as ever.
So I guess my last question, and I just thought of it just now. Because when I played, I guess you would say like I was your OG. How is it now? You still playing at this level, and now you're Unc. How was that transition? I know it's wild. It was wild for me when we brought guys like you and Kelly in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, oh man, like, how does that feel playing with these guys? Does it keep you?
yeah, yeah. It definitely keeps me young. It's very humbling though. I'm a coach, so I kind of just put that hat on, even though I'm not supposed to. I'm out there as a player, but I'm coaching these guys up because that's what I do when I'm not playing.
Man. But again, nothing but best of luck to you guys, man. Hopefully we can get you on here later on in the season and see how everything worked out. But always a pleasure, man. My brother, always a
Yes,
pleasure.
sir. Appreciate you guys.
All
Good
right.
luck. Safe travels this weekend, man.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good night.
Too.
Even got my man Rose. Big Rose. What's up, Big Rose? Big Rose in the house. I play, what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Rose. If you want to lose some weight and get your body right, shout out to my man Big Rose. He got the workout plan that you need to succeed. He's in the Cleveland area.
Big Rose, not Big Worm. Big Rose.
Not Big Worm. Big Rose. Big Rose. He don't got a perm either though. He got a fade. But that's my guy. That's my guy. One of my other young dogs that I played against. Like I said, when I was getting old, he was one of the young ones that came in, and it makes you feel different, man. It makes you feel different. But
that was Lynn Townsend. Lynn Townsend, GM / player / equipment manager / water boy. I don't know if it's all that, but man of many hats joining us on the show as he gets ready to travel to Detroit to take on the number 1 team, the Detroit Ravens. And we're going to jump right into it, Chris. We're going to jump right into the matchups. And first matchup right off the gate is the Cleveland Broncos versus the Detroit Ravens. I mean,
it is, and again, like I just said, there's no disrespect to the Cleveland Broncos. Like he said, in a perfect world, you're going to have to play the perfect game to beat the Ravens. Right now, they're coming off the championship. Right now, they're coming off the national championship, and they're flying on all cylinders. Somebody's going to have to kick the king back off the throne. Point blank simple. You're going to have to play mistake-free football. You're going to have to force turnovers. You're going to have to force the Ravens to be uncomfortable in their own home. That's going to be hard to do.
It's going to be a tough task.
Tough task to do against T. Sims and the crew. So definitely taking the Ravens by 50 boys. 50
All right, there's our pick'ems for week 1 for the Ravens and the Broncos. It's a unanimous. And oh, by the way, we added of course, Chris Dotson, the other white meat, and Dave Ladden, our director of
operations,
director of game day operations, decided to join the fray. So that little icon is his. So each week we're going to try to dethrone Chris. He's the back-to-back pick'em champ for the rundown, and he's got the awards. He's got the awards to come into to him to show it. But we're going to try to dethrone him this year. I don't really get into all the points and the points and all that. That's
I'll leave that to Mike Cash.
We'll leave that to Mike Cash. He likes to spend money on that stuff. So, but yeah, we're nothing against the Broncos. We love Jimmy and all the guys over there. Yeah. But I'm sticking with the Ravens this week. And we got to go with the home team, man. We can't pick a non-PFA team.
Torian said, I don't know, the Broncos kind of tough. They are very tough. I didn't say anything about they didn't have grit. Rams players, Lefty and them boys definitely have grit. But it takes more than that to beat the Rams. Belton, you know this. Don't do that.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about the points, and that's why I don't bet, because one, I'm too cheap to lose money, and I lose money every time I go to the casino, so I don't really go. And I don't understand all the +3. Mike's try to Cash is try to.
Oh, he want. We'll do what we used to do. We'll just give a score. So if I had to give a score, I would say I got Ravens 40-8.
40-8.
I got Ravens 40-8. What is it? First game of the season. They're itching at the gun. 40-8.
I'm gonna say 35-0.
You taking a donut? Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing it right now, Vaughn. Right now. You're right on time.
All right.
You're right on time.
The next matchup we have is this is going to be another tough matchup, man. The Motor City Rams taking on the Bills. Week 1, the Bills have to travel to the Rams' home field, International Academy. Gorgeous field. Been there last year for the semifinals against the Racine Raiders. Miss Francis brought out the wings. They were awesome. Great field, great hospitality there. I'm sticking with the Rams this week, man. I love Mikey and the Bills over there. I just got to see what they can do before I can pick them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's totally understandable. Again, this is their first 3A game. They played 2A. I'm not even sure, but the Warriors, I think they was a 2A team. I'm not sure. I might be wrong.
Warriors could even be a 1A team. I'm not even sure.
Wow. Ryan's going there today. So I'm not even sure. But again, we got to see what they can do. This is going to be a tough matchup. Taking the Rams. I need to see more points out of the Rams. So I'm going to go 28. I'm going to go 28-16. And that's not a disrespect to the Rams defense. I want to see how you can contain Norfleet. If you let him get off like he just got off for 240 offensive yards, he's going to be able to at least get 2 touchdowns on the scoreboard. So that's where my 2 touchdowns are coming from. 28-14. Still got the Rams winning though.
28-14?
Yeah, I'll take 28-14.
I got the Rams winning too, and I think it's going to be. I'm taking the Rams to be 24-10.
They don't got a field goal kicker.
Well, Norfleet's the kicker. He's the kicker. He did everything but punt. So, I'm giving him the touchdown and 3 points.
It's your score. It's your score. It's your score.
And I preface this me picking the scores by just pulling them out my ass,
I'm just throwing a number out there. I need more. The reason why I went so high for the Rams is because they didn't score a lot of points in this game. The Coach Kevin told me he took over the offense, so it's supposed to be more high explosive, high power. I want to see more points on the board. So I'm hoping it's more than 28, but I want to see the offense. He says they had 13. I want to see more. Remember, we went through this last year with them scoring low points. Then we got in the playoffs, and nothing never surmounts. So
yeah. Next up, the game. It's a forfeit. I didn't get to update the flyer, but unfortunately, the Capital City Bandits have to sit on the bench one more week because the Apes are in organization heaven. So we're just so it's 21-0 forfeit. Dunk tried to fill this game. He's trying tremendously to try to fill some of these games that the Apes left open for us. And he's doing the best he can. He's got some of them filled, but we'll have more of that dates on the screen later. Because if we got dates and you want smoke, come on, talk to us and get those games scheduled. Next up, Chris, we have the Flag City Phantoms hosting the Michigan Force. Again, Michigan Force, we haven't seen anything from them all in the preseason, no games. I don't know exactly how they're going to look against the Phantoms, but I also know the Phantoms. They broke my heart last year, man. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick this game because I don't trust the Phantoms to not leave me hanging this year.
Nah. Hey Belton,
But
I'm up here hooting and hollering because you ain't up here hooting and hollering. Every time somebody don't say what you want somebody to say about your Rams, it's a hooting and hollering. Hey, play the
Javon,
game.
we just started. We just started talking about you guys. But
Mr. Belton always he more sensitive than a paper cut. I tell you.
no,
But
Monty, we haven't
this
we
matchup,
haven't done the GTT one yet.
yeah, in this matchup, definitely going with Flag City Phantoms. You beat the Bills. You showed that this could be your season again. I say it not to be the bridesmaid, but to be the bride. Finally put that ring on your finger. So going up against introducing somebody to this league, here's your chance to welcome them. You know what I mean? So welcome as you should. Win easily. Definitely expect high scoring with Maurice in the backfield, still at QB. Still got some good offensive players, as well. Mr. Billingsley and Neil out there doing a thing. So
Don't forget Caleb Volts, rookie of the
I don't
year.
know if he came back yet. I know he's
Oh,
still
is
playing.
he still playing for the West Michigan Ironman? Okay.
Yeah. So I got this big win. I like the defense too. Also for FCP, so I'll go an easy 30 donut.
All right.
30 donut.
That's pretty close to what I wrote down for my score. I'm going to pick FCP this week because I can't trust Michigan Force even less than I can trust FCP. So I'm going to have to go with FCP. I still love you guys. Just you got to prove it to me, man.
We've been scarred. We're not gonna lie about it. We've been scarred.
And I'm taking them 24-0 as well. The donut, Chris.
They know we've been scarred.
So don't break my heart this week, boys. Yeah. Don't, because next week.
First of all, it's not going to look good if you lose to a new team in this league, and you're supposed to be doing the welcoming. So let that be known for sure.
On to the next game. This is how I feel. Not so much about the Surge. That's all I'm going to say. You can get my gist of it. But
okay. Mr. Billingsley has come in late to the conversation. What you mean we can't trust? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you and Javon about 3 times now. I done picked y'all, been at the championship game every time y'all lose. Moving on. I'm trying to move on. Okay.
On a revenge tour. Hey, I want to see it. This game, Chris, I'm sticking with the Surge. Obviously, PFA team. Haven't really seen much of them in the preseason because games got canceled. This, that, and the other. But I'm gonna say they're gonna break out in this game, and at least 30-6.
36. That's good. I'm looking in the same words of that area. I see you 30. I'm gonna say 36, and give me a donut. Because Surge again coming off a championship season last year, wasn't able to do what they wanted to do in nationals. Still had a good showing. Didn't get to play, so I know they kind of hungry to kind of get the season started. Especially when the game gets canceled the week of, like you're already like in that mode. Yeah. So I know they're anxious to play. I know they're anxious to get out there in the field. This is a good chance for them to show the rest of the 2A division, what they got in store coming this year as well. So Surge up.
And the Ducks got donuts last week, 40-0 by a team from Illinois. So if the Surge don't at least score 30 points on this team, I won't be satisfied. Got to at least score 30. Rondo, if you're watching, you better be throwing that ball and scoring some touchdowns.
Aaron's mad because we only said 24. Hey, I left room for improvement, Aaron. So what? Score more.
On to the next game. On to the next game. If it will turn, come on, turn the page. There we go. Lima Warriors versus Tri-State Longhorns. We touched on this game earlier a little bit when we were recapping last week's preseason games, Chris. Like I said at the beginning of the year, ride or die, I'm picking Lima every week, and I'm going to pick them for this game especially. And just like the Surge game, although you did say the Tri-State Longhorns might have some players that came from the
Tri-State should have some players come from Portsmouth. But I mean, I'm still going to roll. Anytime we play crossover matchups, I'm always going to roll with the PFA. Everybody knows that. It's nothing against the other team. It's just, it's us against you. It's us against PFA against the world. So Lima, do what you need to do. It's a business trip. Take care of business and get back. Get more back to winning ways, because last week's was a win, but it wasn't done in a winning way. It wasn't, and not in my opinion. You should have won bigger. You should have won, especially at home. You should have won a lot bigger. So get back to it, and go ahead and get this win. Nas, we was talking about you. I was talking about you and the rest of the explosive offensive powers that are on FCP. I mentioned your name. I know you was on my neck last year too. I've been mentioning you a whole lot this year, brother. You were on the radar.
Tri-State Longhorn is not a new team. I'm not sure where they're at. They're in the Tri-Point Football League. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not a new team though. They've been around for the doormat, and if I'm being quite honest and frank, they've been the doormat of Tri-Point for the last few years. You put them on your schedule, you basically get a win. Okay. Lima, unfortunately, in their growing pains, has beat them and lost to them in the last few years. But they've done some remodeling. Again, like I said, talking to coach, they've got some players from another team, some good players, decent players. So again,
they're from West Virginia.
This will be a better team, just like Lima is a better team going into this game as well. So that's why this is you got two teams that have been building, playing against each other this weekend. And so let's see whose culture is actually sticking and can pull this win off. But definitely going for the PFA against everybody.
What's the score you got?
Give me 20 since Aaron didn't like. Give me 24-14.
Okay. Because
if they do have the quarterback that the Coach Detone is speaking of, the big boy, he's if they don't get a hold of him, it can be a long day. He's a problem.
I think it's going to be a close game, and especially if they got the talent like they're talking about, and mixed with Lima's offense and defense, if they can get their wheels going. I'm going to go 24-20. Lima.
Okay. No, Coach Robinson, I ain't seen you put a bad team on the field. The team you put in Portsmouth had a great team. Great team. Just didn't have enough to edge FCP last year, but definitely you have some players for sure.
The last game, but certainly not least, Chris, is the Glass City Tigers hosting the Flint Fury. This could. I'm hoping this is a good game. I'm hoping Flint comes out and shows us something other than the last two games they had. And I know it's preseason and they're probably getting their rust off, but I think that the rust is going to continue this week for the Flint Fury. I'm picking Glass City to take this, especially the way they played against Lima and scored almost 50 points in that game. I think their offense is going to be pretty potent, and they're probably – I'm picking them, let's say 28-16.
See, the one thing about Glass City is they can score, but they also let you score too.
Right.
So it's an opportunity for Fury to try to get, back on the board, starting off 0-2. And trying to, get something going. But again, I'm looking for Glass City to exert its dominance. You just got done playing at a 3A level.
Yeah.
I'm looking for them to be one of those 3 top teams that we're looking at. I know we've talked about so far as just the eye test right now, FCP, Glass City, Surge in the 2A division. So I'm looking for you to keep that standard going. I mean, you just put up 51 against Lima. So I'm looking for another showcase of that. But again, my leery is they do let you score on them. So if the Fury is able to, get some touchdowns, some momentum, the game can get close, just like it did with Lima. Lima didn't break down until the fourth quarter, and they just got, overpowered by GCT. So I want to see that kind of tighten up a little bit. With Loman at quarterback, I got him at least scoring 30 for sure. He's too high powered at quarterback to not get them moving the ball up and down the field. So I'll take a 30-16. Glass City.
All right.
Again, I'm just pulling scores out my behind, folks.
Yeah, that's all I do, I guess. I really don't, But that's going to do it for our week 1 matchups. Yeah, a lot of good matchups, Chris. And in the 3A, there's not a lot of teams, but has big implications on the rankings come playoff time and how you do. So right off the jump, you got the Bills and the Rams, and in 2A, it's anybody's division right now.
Mm-hmm.
Although we'll see how it ends up after Saturday, but it should be some high scoring games. Potential to some high scoring games, especially against the crossover teams that we're playing in the other leagues. No knock to them, but yeah. Anyways, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back with some announcements, and we're going to close out the show until next time, but we'll be right back.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up shit since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they bitching my archives. Jordan came back, told the 4-5. If you play, then you lay right there by your own kind. Pull up a 4 with a loco. Tell them run this bitch back like so-so. Got this rap shit here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin. Shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Tell my BM to furnish the crib. Walk out the mall with some shoes for the kids. Deposit the checks from my bank full of M's. Paid on my rent, now I'm up for the year. The view look crazy from here. What I paid for some dogs could've bought me veneers. Texas piece on my neck could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest.
Little Trinity Trifecta commercial presented by courtesy of the Michigan Bills. Off our new threads from Trinity Trifecta, the official uniform provider of the PFA and the teams, as well as the official gear provider of the Rundown family of shows. That being said, Chris, we got some dates.
Got some dates. And
some of these might have been filmed already. I don't know, but
give me that heaven chime again real quick. Bring me that heaven. We got dates. The doors of the church are always open, and they seem to be open a little bit more now that we lost a couple of teams. So if you're a franchise out there that starts later in the season or just has an open date and want to get some rec, I don't care if you're from the Midwest, the East Coast, the West Coast, even down south. We love anybody who plays pro advancement football. Notice I didn't say semi-pro. Notice I didn't say 37U. Notice I didn't say backyard against. I said pro advancement football. So we got 2 May 9th dates. We got the Michigan Bills and the Motor City Rams who got a away and a home if you're available. Also, we got a May 30th and a June 6th with the Surge and the Tigers. Also, it's a away and a home game. And then on the 13th and 20th of June, we got FCP and the Fury need games to be filled. And last but not least, the juggernaut of them all, June 27th. If you are looking to possibly play against one of the best teams in the nation at their home in a massive crowd, the hysteria, the food, the fans, the Detroit vibe, step on up. Step on up. And I mean that. I'm talking about anybody from the East Coast, the EFCA, the ACA, the NAACP, the South Side of Chicago's, anybody. Come one, come all. On the sound of my voice, we got dates. Contact Commissioner Duncan at your earliest convenience so we can get these things set up. We know you want to play us, and now we got the time.
No excuses. We don't want to hear no travel, can't travel, too far, blah, 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 blah. If a team from New Jersey can come all the way to Detroit, Michigan to play the Ravens in July, then teams from Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio could make that trip.
Right. Hey,
We don't want to hear any noise.
They're already playing each other week 1. They're playing this Saturday, so they can't play again.
Yeah.
We don't like to I should explain that too. Over here in the PFA, we don't like to duplicate games. We like to give every team a chance to play 10 separate teams. Why? Because you're going to be playing each other in the playoffs again. So we want to get you trying to spread your wings and play against different offenses, different defenses, see new scenery, see scenery you probably never seen before. That's what we like to do here in the PFA. So we don't like to double book teams to play each other twice. That's all.
Yeah. We're not, playing the same team 3 times because you don't want to travel or you just don't want to get your ass kicked by teams that are going to kick your ass. Then, hey, whatever. If you're a team that you like that and you're comfortable with playing the same 3 teams within 20 miles of your house, hey, by all means, whatever floats your boat. On to the next. And this is important. Player roster deadline. That means the roster locks at 11:59 on May 3rd, 2026. That's Sunday, everybody. Sunday. And don't forget your headshots. All roster players must have a headshot. And I shout out to Coach Mack over at Capital City Bandits and Karen from the Lyman Warriors. They are on top of things. They got all their headshots in, and the website's looking great and professional. And yeah. So don't forget.
And what that means is, I have to break it down into pro advancement lingo. That means you can't swap teams after Sunday midnight.
After this.
You either know who you're rolling with or you don't. Okay? That means if you play the game Saturday and say, hey, I don't want to be with this team no more, I'm going to holler at the organization and I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. But come Sunday, if you wake up Monday and you have that epiphany, guess what? You are locked in, sir.
You must be registered. No. Must be registered, and that $20 must be paid. If you're not registered, I will know because I can search, and I will
$20 to register.
I will be checking the list.
Checking it
like Santa Claus is coming to town. So don't try to play me.
Ain't gonna be no team hopping this year, boss. We locking everybody in after the first game. If you didn't have preseason games, I'm sorry for you. You got only one game to see what's what. I'm sorry for you. Because come Sunday night at midnight, if you ain't changed your stripes, you still gonna have them come Monday. Do you hear me?
And okay. If you have players that switch, you must notify the front office, i.e. me or Miss Sarah, that you're switching so we can switch the player over or trade them. We can trade players, and the website is kind of cool. But nice I digress. Anything else we need to talk about, Chris?
I want to give a shout out to the Michigan Bills real quick. They are in talks and possibly basically the last bit of closing a deal with Roku TV to have all their games streamed live across the platform. This is very huge for anybody at this level to even be a part of something that big. So shout out to Mikey and the Michigan Bills. I heard the deal was actually counterparted, provoked it by Mr. Norfleet himself. He's the one who put it into play. But shout out to a player trying to help better the organization he plays for other people to be seen. You see what I'm saying? Like,
That's
it
right.
wasn't just done for him. He put the play in to help the franchise he plays for. So
Like you said, we closed it. So they did close it.
So let that sink into some of you guys. If y'all have means to do certain things that can help elevate your franchise that you play for, why not do that? Because it helps you as well. So shout out to them. Shout out for him even having that character to want to be that type of person. But we need more of this at this level. Again, you're in business with businessmen. So don't just think of it as a team. These are organizations. These are franchises. So even if you have a small business, why are you not sponsoring or help sponsoring the team you play for? Why are you not trying to push ad time at your games for your business? Help me help you. So with that being said, think about it. You know what I mean? We all need to help each other, and that's what we try to do at the PFA. Help one another. So help yourself, help them, help you.
That's correct. Last thing, don't forget, stats are due on Tuesday after the game, starting this week. If you do not have stats in, you'll probably get fined. But
season
also,
awards are based off of stats.
You're not doing your players justice, and I know some don't care about the awards, but we try to spotlight the ones that deserve it. So if it's in the season, your players have no stats, and they come at us mad, we're just going to point them back at you because you didn't turn your stats in. So most of the teams we have are good at it. They know expectations, and I appreciate that. So, but anyways, remember, like and subscribe to the Rundown on YouTube, Facebook, most of the platforms that social media have, but most of all YouTube and Facebook is where we're going to be. And don't forget, we will be trying to get out to games of the week. I won't be, unfortunately. I'll be non-weight bearing for 6 to 8 weeks after tomorrow, so I won't be able to get to some of the games as much as I wanted to. But hopefully that 6 weeks goes by quick, and I can get to at least some before the end of the season. But as always, next week, 7 p.m., same time, same channel. As for Chris Cousins, I'm Brian Mitchum. We'll see you next time. Catch us if you can.